Saturday marked 10 years since Hurricane Katrina slammed the Gulf Coast. The road to recovery is still going on. News 8 was there telling the devastating stories in the aftermath. And as News 8's Ken Pierce takes a look back at his time on the coast, he remembers running into a lot of people right here from Connecticut.
When News 8 went to cover the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, our first stop was Gulfport, Mississippi. While we were gaping at the destruction all around us, another amazing thing happened. An ambulance crew from Connecticut pulled up. American Medical Response was the ambulance provider for Gulfport, and crews from AMR's Connecticut offices volunteered to help out the Gulf Coast.
On the way in, it looked pretty bad, and then I found out it got worse.
That was AMR's Wayne Woodkey then. He hasn't changed much in 10 years, and he still remembers how poorly prepared some people were.
When Hurricane Katrina was coming, I don't believe they were expecting as much destruction as what actually happened.
There was so much, the area's 911 system failed. AMR was able to take it over and dispatch help itself. The extent of the damage was incredibly sad. You can hear it in my voice as I talk about another destroyed home.
It's not there anymore. Instead, it's in this heap right here. This is the one thing everyone around here has in common, is that every house we have seen has been damaged.
That included the homes of AMR employees, but they kept working. One reason they needed Connecticut crews was to let the locals go home and see if they still had one.
I had a home to come back to, and most of the people down there in the Mississippi area didn't.
Those folks from AMR may have been the first people from Connecticut we met down on the Gulf Coast, but they were far from the last. We were down there for a solid week, and every single day we met people from here who had gone down there to help out.
There were Connecticut power crews helping turn the lights back on. Connecticut-based charities like Save the Children and AmeriCares, that's who sent these supplies. And there were doctors and nurses who flew down to lend their expertise. Expertise was not always needed, though.
Just when we got there, from picking up a mop to start cleaning up the area or start stocking ambulances, we knew as soon as we hit the ground we had to start running.
Things were so bad for so long. Wayne remembers a woman who needed a couple things the rest of us could buy at any corner store.
As I gave her the bar of soap and the Tylenol, she gave me a big hug. She noticed that I was from Connecticut, and a kiss on the cheek, and to this day I remember her.
And he remembers the big lesson he learned from Katrina.
Really be prepared. Have a backup plan, and prepare to evacuate quickly if you need to, so that you don't have to see us in an emergency.
We don't ever want to see destruction like this in Connecticut, but if we do, plenty of people have experience dealing with it. In New Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.